Hi, I'm Tammy Walker, and today on All Vehicles Great and Small, we're going to put a new carpet into our 1980 AMC Eagle Sedan. This carpet comes from ACC, Auto Custom Carpets Incorporated, and it's already fit and pressed and formed for our vehicle. So we're going to put that in today. We've warmed up the shop and laid the carpet on top of the car so it can just gently unfold. First thing to do is observe all the things that we need to take out of here. One bolt. This is for the front seats and the seat belts. And two there.
Here it is.
Our brake line's in the way. One nut was stuck on the most and we couldn't get it off, so we ended up just gently using the rattle gun and using the lowest settings and slowly moving up, and it came right off. We created a workstation to keep all of our tools together and all of our parts. Oh, there you go. Sorry, I would have grabbed it if I seen it. Up an inch. There you go. You got it.
From the back seat. Hey, we lucked out.
Okay.
Lift up. And then let's hold this guy. I feel like I'm stuck.
There we go.
Okay.
Hey, look at that.
Back there.
Free stuff found in the back of the car.
They went on.
Okay, and then we push it back and then up. Yeah.
Hooks and hoops. Hoops and hooks.
little rest forming right here.
Slots so you don't strip them. The slots in the
I'm just pulling this out like that. All right. Done.
all the way up. There you go. Perfect. Now it should come off of your dimmer switch. Yep. And then you just kind of gotta
That's out. Some people glue this shit in.
I think it's spray glued in pretty good.
Pull back over here real quick.
Yeah, this is supposed to stay on the carpet.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll have to work it side. I would work it off of the side.
Mine is loose.
Oh, wow. Okay. Gentle. Oh. Okay. And
Let's move our light. We wanted to keep the carpet intact so we could use it as a template for the new one if we needed. The carpet was a gift, but I looked it up and it cost $164.95, and that doesn't include shipping or tax. And this 10-second video is the 30-minute clip of us laying the carpet into the car and pressing it into place. Jeff is using a carpet knife to cut the carpet, and we're putting it in, starting with the driver's side, putting up behind the pedals. The dimmer switch was one of the harder holes to cut, and we also jacked the car up, put it on blocks, so we didn't have to squat over and work in the car. It was much easier that way. The corners were the most time-consuming. You had to manipulate them just right, cut them and trim them so that the sections will hold onto it when applied. Now we just gently make sure the carpet is pressed into place as we head towards the gear shifter and then cut the carpet out around that space. As you may notice, my gear shifter is not the original AMC. It's from another vehicle. I think maybe a Bronco 2 or something. And mainly that's because there was a program in 2009 called Cash for Clunkers. It was a federal program that offered incentives to trade in your old vehicles, get a lot more cash back for a new car, and scrap prices were much higher. During that time, over 677,000 vehicles were scrapped. And that's probably why I don't have an AMC shifter available. At the beginning of my video, I stated that we would be putting this carpet in today, as in stating that maybe this would take one day. Actually, this took us 3 days. We didn't work hard. We just did a little bit of work each day. There were several things that took quite some time to do. One of those was removing the 2 bolts under the driver's seat. One took much longer than the other. We did have to spray those with WD-40, wait a while, and then finally get the ratchet gun out. And the gear shifter hole was very difficult to line up and cut out, so that took some time too. We didn't even film that. We're using a heavy-duty magnet to help hold the carpet in place as we go from one side to the next. I read a little further about that Cash for Clunkers program, and it was considered a fail. They valued each car at $3,000, and they believe they destroyed $2.25 billion of value. Many of the cars were still in great working condition and would have lasted many more years. The magnet was very helpful. We used it in this instance also. And then we're going to put the carpet underneath the seatbelt assembly on the edge there so it's nice and tight. And then that little red spray painted spot there, that is where that rust was that I sanded and sprayed it with some of that red enamel. And that's the only color I had. And no one's really going to see it because no one rides in the back seat of my car. And I 100% know for a fact that that's how my dad would fix it too.
Looks like you got it, right? You'll be there. Is that it? No, right there. That's it.
And we're cutting out the hooks for the back seats to slide onto. It took less than 3 minutes.
That took 3 minutes?
Less than 3 minutes. And this took less than 2 minutes. This rubber ring goes around the dimmer switch, so we'll go ahead and take everything back down and apply this. And we'll just take an up close look at the screws that we put back into this section. And we'll just go ahead and put that lower bench seat in. And it'll take us a few minutes to line this up to those hooks and get them in just right. And putting the upper back seat in, you kind of have to put it at an angle and shove it in there, but we got that in there also. Now that we finished putting the carpet out, I need to find the holes to put the seats back into. So I go underneath and I push up little pins and rods, and then we mark those, and then we'll go ahead and make bigger holes with larger tools.
Line up a couple of those.
Hold the front up.
Okay, we just gotta locate your other holes, pop them through, install your chair. And that has been a carpet install by somebody who doesn't know what the hell they're doing, but wants a good job anyway.
We go ahead and expand those holes for the front seat and lift that up and slide it into place. Okay, we're replacing the old ones with these nylon lock ones and an extra washer. See how the screw is, you might have to get in and push down on that. See how we barely have a lip?
Mm-hmm.
So you might have to get in there and push down on that. This one doesn't look like the round one will fit it. Here, this might be that rectangle. Yeah, you're right. Right, now the big round washer goes over here. I'll get those tighter in a minute. What it is, yeah, this one goes like this. See how the seat is over, the hole's over, so when we get it and push it in, what? See?
Oh, it'll suck it over then.
Okay, I think so.
That's why you don't want to over tighten stuff over here, because then you can't wiggle jiggle stuff.
Yeah, well, these aren't too tight. Let me double check.
Oh, you're probably fine.
Yeah, those aren't very tight at all.
As long as you can get that started on there, you're probably good.
Yeah, it's doing it.
It's pulling it over?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
The washer looks like it was bigger that's out here than this one. The space, but it must have just because. Nope, that's it. All right.
Yeah. after 8 hours of wrenching on big semi trucks and stuff, your arms are pretty beefy under here because everything's in odd position.
Mm-hmm. You use muscles you don't realize you have.
Right. That all looks real good. You did a real good job there.
Well, thanks for setting me up, twin. And then this. Hold on.
It's best to have the wobble nearest your. And I think you had this guy on the end. Instead of the big socket.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay, this is how the operator error thing happened the other day. Wow. Well, I might be able to see those seatbelt holes from here too.
Well, yeah.
Now we have the air compressor on, and I have to make that Frankenstein's monster of a socket set to get to that really hard to reach spot all the way up. I tried to film all the way up in there. It was really difficult, but you can kind of see a little bit there. And I could really just go a few turns and then it would get stuck, and then I'd have to break it loose and retry again. And onward to attaching the seat belts. And that completes our project. Look at the old carpet. Isn't that horrible? But I do want to tell you about the 28th Old Steel Car Show coming up Sunday, April 27th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Central Washington Agriculture Museum in Union Gap. There's our registration dates. There's some information right there who to contact. Come out and see us. I probably will have our Jeep out and maybe my car. And there's going to be so many great things.